You probably did it last weekend, or maybe last month. You walked into a home improvement store, stood in front of that wall of pressure washers, and reached for the one you recognized. The one with the big logo. The one you'd seen advertised during a football game or sponsored on a YouTube channel you trust. You grabbed it, checked the price, winced a little, and told yourself, this is the safe choice. And here's the thing nobody told you. That moment, that exact decision, might have cost you anywhere between $80 and $300 more than you needed to spend. Not because the expensive brand is bad, but because 6 other options were sitting right there, on the same shelf, or a few clicks away, delivering the same PSI, the same flow rate, sometimes even the same internal components for a fraction of the price. But you didn't grab those. Nobody does, because the packaging on the budget brands looks a little cheaper. The name doesn't ring a bell. The box doesn't have a celebrity endorsing it. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a quiet voice says, if it's that cheap, something must be wrong with it. That voice isn't yours. It was put there. A 2023 analysis by consumer durability researchers tracking pressure washer performance across price brackets found something striking. In the 1,600 to 2,300 PSI range, which covers the vast majority of residential cleaning tasks, mid-tier and budget brands from specific manufacturers matched or exceeded name brand performance in 11 out of 14 standardized cleaning tests. The failure rates within the first year? Virtually identical across price points when maintenance instructions were followed. So why don't you know these brands? Simple. They don't spend money on sponsorships. They don't buy shelf space at the front of the aisle. They don't have influencer deals or primetime commercials. Their entire business model is built around one thing: building a machine that works, pricing it honestly, and letting word of mouth do the rest. That's a problem in a market where visibility gets confused with quality every single day. Over the next few minutes, you're going to meet 6 of those brands. Some you've probably scrolled past without a second glance. Others you've never even seen. But each one has something the household names are quietly hoping you never figure out. The first one alone might make you rethink the last purchase you almost made. And by the time we get to number 3, that's where things start to get genuinely uncomfortable. Let's start with Sunjoe. The name sounds almost too casual, like something you'd find at a garage sale, not a brand you'd trust to blast 2 seasons of grime off your deck before a family barbecue. That's intentional, by the way, or at least it's a consequence nobody at the marketing department seemed to mind. Sunjoe never built a prestige image. They built machines, and the machines work. The SPX 3000, their flagship residential model, sits around $150 on most major retailers. 2030p SI1, 76 GPM, dual detergent tanks, 5 quick connect spray tips. Run those specs against a comparable Karcher or Ryobi unit, and you're looking at a $60 to $90 price gap for essentially the same output on your driveway, your siding, your patio furniture. Independent teardown reviews on the SPX series have found the pump and motor assembly to be surprisingly robust for the price point. Not industrial, but well beyond what the sticker suggests. What Sunjoe lacks is cachet. It lacks the tool belt credibility of a DeWalt or Milwaukee. And in a category where people buy based on brand confidence more than spec sheets, that invisibility has kept them perpetually underrated. Move to the next one. Westinghouse. Here's where it starts to get a little stranger. Because Westinghouse, the actual historic Westinghouse Corporation, doesn't make pressure washers. What you're buying when you see that logo on a pressure washer box is a licensed brand name, applied by a third-party manufacturer to a product that has nothing to do with George Westinghouse's original company. The name carries over a century of American industrial trust. The machine carries whatever the manufacturing partner built that quarter. That sounds like a red flag. It isn't necessarily, but it's something you should understand before you spend $200 based on name recognition. Here's the surprising part. The Westinghouse EPX 3100 has consistently appeared in consumer testing roundups as one of the better performing electropressure washers under $200. Real-world tests on concrete driveways, wooden decks, and vinyl siding show results that match the specs. The licensing arrangement doesn't automatically mean the product is inferior. It means the brand equity was purchased separately from the engineering. The front of the box says Westinghouse. What you actually need to evaluate is the pump, the motor, and the warranty. And speaking of warranties, that's the first thing most buyers never check before they hand over their money. The next brand on this list did something that quietly changed how serious hobbyists think about budget cleaning equipment. And almost no one noticed when it happened. Greenworks. If you've spent any time in the battery-powered tool space, you might recognize the name. But here's what most people don't connect. Greenworks pressure washers share manufacturing infrastructure with several significantly more expensive brands. Not rumor, not forum speculation. Documented supply chain analysis and OEM sourcing reports have traced overlapping component origins between Greenworks and certain premium-tier outdoor equipment lines that retail for nearly double the price. Your hands are holding different packaging. The internals are having a quieter conversation. The GPW 1501 sits under $120. 1,500 PSI, compact, lightweight, remarkably easy to maneuver around your car, your fence line, your garden equipment. For light to medium residential tasks, it performs consistently. In the Greenworks battery ecosystem, if you're already in it, means you're not buying into an isolated product. You're expanding a platform. That matters more than most buyers realize until they're 2 tools deep into a brand, and suddenly everything is compatible. Now, Ryobi. Wait, before you skip past this one, thinking you already know it. Because Ryobi is one of the most misunderstood brands in this entire category, and the misunderstanding cuts in both directions. Some people dismiss Ryobi as cheap. Others treat it as a mid-range safe bet. Neither group is fully right. What Ryobi actually represents is a deliberate engineering trade-off. Owned by Tektronix Industries, the same parent company behind Milwaukee and Rigid, Ryobi is designed to occupy a specific market position. The components are intentionally spec'd below Milwaukee. The price reflects that. But the manufacturing oversight, the quality control infrastructure, the warranty support network, that comes from the same corporate umbrella. The RY142300, their 2,300 PSI gas unit, has appeared in multiple head-to-head comparisons against machines costing $150 more. The results are not embarrassing for Ryobi. They're embarrassing for the competition. But here's the detail that almost nobody mentions in the review videos. Ryobi's customer service infrastructure is genuinely one of the strongest in the budget to mid-tier space. Parts availability, repair centers, warranty processing speed. When your pressure washer stops working 2 years in, and eventually all of them do, the experience of getting it fixed or replaced is wildly different depending on which brand is on the side of the machine. The label tells one story. The service experience tells another. And the next 2 brands? One of them has been quietly dominating the professional detailing community for 3 years without ever appearing in a mainstream review. The other one shouldn't exist at this price point, but somehow it does. Simpson Cleaning. This one genuinely shouldn't be in the budget conversation. And yet here it is. Simpson has been manufacturing pressure washing equipment since 1956. Not a license name. Not a brand identity purchased from a legacy corporation and slapped onto someone else's machine. An actual company with actual engineering history that decided somewhere along the way to offer residential units at prices that make you double-check the listing. The Megashot MSH30 125 sits around $300 to $350, depending on where you find it. Gas-powered, Honda engine, 3,200 PSI, 2.5 GPM. Those numbers matter, because at that output level, you're not cleaning your driveway anymore. You're stripping years off concrete. You're pre-treating surfaces before painting. You're doing the kind of work that professionals charge by the hour. And the Honda GC 190 engine inside that machine, that engine alone has a documented service life that extends well beyond what the price of the complete unit suggests. You're not buying a budget pressure washer with a decent engine. You're buying a serious machine that happens to be underpriced relative to its actual engineering content. The professional detailing community figured this out quietly. Forum threads, Reddit discussions, Facebook groups for mobile detailers, Simpson started appearing everywhere about 3 years ago. Not because of a marketing campaign. Because people used them, the machines didn't fail, and word traveled. That's how trust actually gets built. Slowly, without a commercial. Last one, Excel. Smaller brand, harder to find. And the reason it's on this list is specific. Excel pressure washers, particularly their gas-powered units, have shown up repeatedly in long-term ownership discussions as machines that simply keep running. Not flashy, not feature-rich, not designed to impress anyone in a store aisle. The VR2500 has users reporting multi-year continuous use with basic maintenance and no significant mechanical failures. In a category where planned obsolescence is a quiet industry norm, that kind of durability record is worth more than any spec sheet number. Here's what all 6 of these brands have in common. None of them paid to be in your consideration set. None of them bought the shelf position, the sponsored review, the algorithm placement that puts certain names in front of your eyes every time you search. Your awareness of the expensive brands was manufactured. Your ignorance of these 6 was too, just from the other direction. Before your next purchase, check the PSI, check the GPM, check the warranty terms, check the parts availability. Run a quick search for long-term ownership reviews. Not first impression unboxings, but people who've used the machine for 2 years and came back to report. That's the test that actually matters. And now you know where to start. If you want to keep uncovering what's really inside the products coming into your home, subscribe. Because this is only the beginning.